On the front side of that is you have to know what your organization needs to know what you're going to be looking for. And sometimes we'll get from clients some really generic statements like, well, we just need money to keep the lights on. We need money to pay our staff. That's not enough for whoever is doing the research to go on. And so it really is about answering some key questions about your organization and developing what we call fundable terms from those conversations that whomever is doing the research for your organization needs to understand from programming. They need to understand that from the executive staff, and all the other departments in terms of what their needs are. So, and what I mean by that is it could be that maybe programming needs additional notepads for when you have events for people to sign in and fill out surveys, answer questions, sign up for the event, check in, those kinds of things. But they don't have enough of the equipment to do that. And so you're leaving some of the data because you don't want to give people a bad experience at the event. So you just tell them, like, go ahead, go in. And now you don't have the data on them. Or what happens when you do have those tablets and they're able to put that in, where is that data going? And is it in a form that's easy for someone to come in and use some tools, Power BI or, putting it into other programs and software that can then take that data, manipulate it, and put it and help whoever is doing the reporting, or just to keep track of it so that you can talk about that in future applications or be able to put that out as, snippets of social media, your annual report, or talk about it to funders. So it's that person who's doing the research needs to understand what the organization needs. If there is a new program that's starting, that's something that they need to know, and they need to find those keywords for it. So once they develop, or y'all develop as an organization, these keywords, then you have to determine the frequency and duration for that person who's doing the research for them to go out and conduct the research. And so also, are you going to be paying, for any subscriptions? Are you going to utilize some free ones that might be available sometimes? Our local libraries or a local university may have some free subscriptions to nonprofits, things like that. You can sometimes get good deals, on TechSoup. For some of the paid subscription services. So whatever that looks like for your organization based on your budget, based on how frequently it is going to be used, you may need to subscribe to some of these things. But armed with whatever subscription services or free services that your organization is going to use and those fundable terms, then how frequently do you want someone to go out and look for funding? And this needs to be some time that they actually set on a calendar, right? So if you can only afford for this person in terms of overall resources, for this person to do it for 2 hours or 4 hours a month, it needs to be something that's on their calendar that say the second Tuesday of the month, from 9 to 12 or whatever in the morning, they're going to be conducting research. That way it does get done regularly, and everybody knows it's coming up. And after that, whatever is put onto the grant pipeline calendar, you can then have discussions about whether you're going to pass or pursue on those opportunities.